Hello. Sorry, that was a bit odd. I'm covering my eye because I don't have any other makeup on. This is a collection of 3 out of a possible 6, 7 eye makeup looks that I have copied entirely from a 1967, I believe, 1967 Yardley makeup ad. That I found on the wonderful blog of Emma Peel Pants, which I will link down there. It's an amazing blog for anyone who's into the late 60s, early 70s, that sort of era, which is what I'm into entirely. She has a vast collection of scans and magazines and books, and also I believe sells clothes as well. And it's just a great blog. Hopefully she won't mind me doing this. Yeah, so we're going to do 3 today. 3 iconic late 1960s eye makeup looks. I've not, as you will find out, I've not done the rest of my face. I've only done one eye. My skin's a bit rubbish. I don't care. I'm showing it to you anyway. Okay, so firstly I'm going to go with this Illamasqua eye powder eyeshadow in Fledgling, and we are taking this all over. This is going all the way up to the brow. Like I said, I'm trying to be as historically accurate as I can with this one, and they were a fan of taking those shades up to the brow, so I'm going to zoom you in a touch and hopefully stay in the frame, because I'm a little bit shitty at that, to be honest. Okay, so I'm patting it all over. No need to go too close to that lash line, as there is some thick liner, so don't worry about getting too close at there. I'm using a mixture of sort of patting and sort of smoothing, because while we want the colour all the way up there, we also want to smooth it out so it's a little sheer. So it's more of like a sheer wash of colour. Sheer? Don't know why I went all posh then. A sheer wash of colour, and then I'm going to take it's a bit chunky, I know, but my other blending brush is dirty, so this is happening. So I'm just going to use this to just sort of shear that out a bit. Keeping that above the lid. Actually, I'm going to pack a little bit more on there. We're keeping that above the lid. Below the lid there is just liner, so no need to put the green all the way up to there. Okay. Then I'm going to take this dark green shade here from the sleek Garden of Eden palette. I'm not sure of the name, unfortunately, due to the fact that I love Sleek, but they do insist on giving you the names on a slip of cellophane, and I invariably lose that. So that's gone, so I don't know what colour it is, what colour it's called. But I'm taking this pencil liner from Royal and Landical and putting that through the crease. Now, I do want to stress that you want to resist the urge to blend this out too much, because one of the key looks of the late 60s were these very defined lines. So a little bit of softness is okay for this one, but you don't want it to be beautifully blended in the modern sense. I'm also going to take it a little bit further down onto that lid. Oh, sorry, I'm really snuffly. I just want to say I'm sorry about that. I do have a cold. I'm going to try not to sniffle too much. I just whacked myself in the nose with that. I'm going to try not to sniffle too much, as it's kind of gross. Yeah. As I said, you don't need to go bang right up to that lash line, as there is some thick liner going on, which we're going to try and do now. So that's it for the shadow. For now, I might go in with that darker shade just a little bit more when I'm done. I'm not sure. I feel like that's pretty representative of what we see in the ad. Okay, so what we're going to do for this one is a standard black liner flick. Should be pretty simple, although sod's law, I'll cock it up. Okay. And I just got it in my eye already. Not having a very good liner day today. This stuff might be a bit dried up. You would have thought I would plan this out before I get on camera, really, wouldn't you? But no, of course not. Okay, saved it in the end slightly. Don't worry about that little blob up there, as we are going to take another liner along the top as well. Okay, I don't have white eyeliner. I probably should try that. So I'm going to use, that might not work, Snazaroo face paint. So let's see if that works. So with the face paint, you want to use not too much water. I mean, you want it to be a bit of a sort of creamy consistency, not too watery. Full disclosure, I've not tried this before, so this could cock up entirely, but we'll see how that goes. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty tough with that. That will take longer to dry than most eyeliners will, so I'm going to let that dry before I do anything. Okay, so that's pretty much dried. I've also taken a cotton wool pad around my finger with a little bit of micellar water and just clean that up, and also taken away underneath that the eye flick, because you kind of want it to be like to go with it, the colours. I'm now going to use the Master Smoky Shadow Pencil from Maybelline, and I'm going to do my, I'm going to tight line just under there. And I'm also going to go along the bottom lashes, like that. to about there is where the liner on the lash line stops, and then it carries on the pretty much on the waterline only, which I've not really managed to do very well. I'm going to use the little smudgy guy on the end of the pencil just to soften that out a little bit. I can never seem to get pencil to stay in my lash line. Okay, and then a slick of mascara on the tops and bottom lashes, which I'm gonna edit out because you guys know how to put mascara on, you're fine. Okay, I've not put on any falsies, while, hold on, I'll zoom out as I'm talking to you a bit. While the 60s certainly were the decade of the falsies, I've not put them on for this one for two reasons. One, I don't want to be dicking about taking them on and off because I'm doing multiple eye looks. And secondly, I'm not convinced she's actually wearing falsies in that particular picture. There are other ones where it does look like she is, the model is. However, in this one, it honestly just looks like a lot of mascara, built up mascara. I am going to throw in a quick eyebrow to, you know, show you guys what it looks like with because I'm a little bit cold and I've put a better brow on. So now we're just going to go boom into our second look. Okay, I'm going to zoom it in. Okay, so I'm just going to pop on this matte sort of banana powder looking kind of stuff from my Barry M brow kit. I'm just going to pop that all over this area before we start. And then I'm using my So Susan oh god, that's grubby. Haute Light pencil, and I'm just going to go all over the lid. And we're just going over the lid. Just going to pat that in a little bit just to get okay, and then I'm going to go over the top of that with this light sort of ivory shade from the NYX Suede Collection palette, just with that same brush that I used before because it's basically the same sort of colour. And I'm just packing that over the top to set that down. Now this is going to be a pretty iconic iconic, get it? I'm sorry. Iconic 60s look with a dark crease, dark liner, and dark bottom liner. Okay, so again, using my Collection Fast Stroke liner, I'm going to do a line along the lash line. Just a standard line, just to the edge, not going to flare it out too much at first because I want to get the top liner done as well before I connect them. Okay, hopefully I'll do this a bit better this time. No, I won't. Quite thick. Okay, and I'm going to stop it there for now, and then I'm going to tidy it up once I've got this other line in. Now this is a bit more tricky but it's going to be alright. Now we don't want to make it touch this line, so we're going to go not my best work, not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Okay, now I'm just gonna connect those two. Okay, what I am also going to do though is I'm going to take a bit of black shadow and go over that as well. So from the Yardley Shadow Box palette, I'm using the blackout shade, which is a deep black, very matte, and it feels amazing. And then just going in there, just to even up some of those. Okay, that's not too bad. I feel I haven't done too badly there. Ooh, right, now the bottom. It looks, in the picture, it does kind of look like she's got brown on the bottom, so I'm going to go in with my Katte waterproof eyeliner pencil. Let's see if I can do it. That there in here, I'm going to just I'm going to slip on some mascara again. Okay. I'm actually up close, to be honest. Even up close, I'm not too fussed. I think that I've done pretty well there. Okay, so moving on to the last eye look of this video. I've started off, I've done exactly what I did at the start of the other one. I've taken that highlight colour up all over here. I've also put that same So Susan pencil and packed on the same NYX sort of pearlescent ivory powder over it, and I've taken that just up here a little bit as well. So basically it starts off the same. I'm now going to take this colour, which is Alara from the MUA Dusk Till Dawn palette, which is a sort of, I'd call that denim, like classic denim colour. And I'm going to take my pencil brush again, and we're going to put that on top, not on top, above that white. Hold on, I'll zoom you in again. I'm going to take it above that white and up to sort of about here. So, there. So I'm kind of going to get that top edge first, just so I know how far to take it up. We're going above there as well. And I'm letting it go on top of that, so it kind of just gives a look of like you've put a liner in the crease, basically. Now this MUA shadow is quite prone to fallout, so once again I've taken my cotton and with a bit of micellar water and given that a sharper line. Okay, I should probably use a different eyeliner because that stuff is so shit. I'm throwing it away. Taking that. Okay, so what I've done is I've cleaned off the angle brush that I normally use to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to try with this collection eyeliner with that brush instead and see if that just makes it a little bit easier for me to apply. So we're taking this now into a classic cat eye. Drop my mirror. Oh, fuck's sake. I know you're probably not actually supposed to do that whole pulling the lid tight thing, but my lids are actually quite wrinkly. Considering I'm only 29, my lids are actually quite wrinkly. Right, that's just how it's staying. I'm going to use that again. Such shitty liner. Well, this is realism for you guys. Right. No, stop fucking with it, stop messing with it. Now I'm going to take my Master Smoky from Maybelline pencil again. I'm going to just pop that in there, get that right in there. Oh, that's it! That's it! Oh, mascara, mascara. Pretty chuffed. Okay, well that's it. That's the last one. There is a link in the description box to the image I've used on a blog. Yeah, I'm going to try and get the rest done later on this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye!